So the question is, can I 1031 exchange my single family owner occupied residence? And the answer is no, you can't. But before I get into that, there are some benefits that you have. Number one, you've got the benefit as your single family to deduct $250,000 as an owner occupant if you're single, and $500,000 if you're married. There's also a caveat that says you can rent your property out as long as you've occupied it 2 out of the last 5 years, or another way of saying it is you cannot have rented it for more than 3 out of the last 5 years. In those cases, you may also qualify the property as your primary residence. But if you're concerned about taxes, here's another maneuver. It's going to take some time and it's going to take some planning. Take your single family residence and turn it into a rental property. Start renting it. Rent it, qualify it as a rental. Now go ahead at least a year or a year and a half later and 1031 exchange that rental property into another rental property somewhere else. Perhaps you're thinking that eventually you'd like to retire or live somewhere else. Your mind is to move to Hawaii or Arizona or to Idaho, and you'd like to eventually settle there, but you just can't fathom paying all the tax. So start early. Rent your property out here, exchange it for a property in Idaho or Montana or wherever you want to live. Let that be a rental property for a short term, and then take that rental property and turn it into your primary residence. Once you do all that, you have exempt yourself from paying capital gains tax. You've taken your primary, you've turned it into a rental, you've exchanged your rental from another rent to another rental, and then you've taken that rental and you've turned it back into a primary. That's the way you avoid the capital gains tax. Speak with your CPA, because I'm not a CPA, and get the exact ways of how to do this, because you'll have questions and there are certain loopholes and you don't want to miss them. Okay? Hope that helps.